Hello and welcome back to Books I Read with My Cat podcast. I'm your host, Allison.
I'm Val.
And I'm Courtney.
This is our third episode, and we are so excited to discuss some amazing upcoming books. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good. There's so many books I'm excited about this year coming out, so I'm excited to talk about it with you guys.
Yeah, there's lots.
Yeah.
I know. And there's been a lot going on too, so I'm excited to record this episode with you.
Me too. I like this. It's so much fun being with you guys.
Yeah.
It is. Catching up, talking about tea, talking about books.
Yeah.
Pretty fun. Speaking
Tea.
of, who would like to talk about their tea first?
Ooh, me. Pick me.
Courtney, you.
Okay. So, this one I like much better than the one I was drinking last week because it's blue. Like the tea is
Ooh.
actually blue. I was like super excited when I discovered it like a minute ago, to be honest. It's called Indigo Dream Tea. It's from the same apothecary from my hometown. But this one has organic cornflowers, butterfly pea flower, blue lotus, organic chamomile, something basil. The font gets a little wobbly. And then organic mugwort.
Ooh. Interesting.
Ooh.
It is very nice.
Fancy.
And of course I have my lovely honey with it.
Yeah, I bet you that pea flower or butterfly pea whatever stuff is why it's so blue.
Yeah, I think so. I found out that if you add lemon juice to it, it turns it like a purpley pink.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Years ago.
I had a drink once that did that. It was
a few years ago, like it was all the rage. Like people are like, "Oh, look, it's a color changing drink."
Yeah.
I've only recently discovered it, and I think it's amazing.
It's right up your alley there.
My magical unicorn alley.
Yep.
Yes. All the colors.
Yes. What about Val? What is Val drinking?
Yeah. So I'm drinking I'm drinking the passion tea.
Yum yum.
But I also mixed it with some lemonade.
Ooh. Is it like a chilled tea?
Yeah, it's ice.
Love it.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
It is.
I would drink that.
They do this at Starbucks. Like it's a Starbucks drink you can just like buy. I forget what it's called, but it's exactly this. It's like the passion tea and lemonade. But
yeah, that's I guess the what you call it? The strawberry acai with lemonade.
Yeah, it's similar to that, but with the passion tea instead of the acai stuff.
Right.
Yeah. What about you, Allison?
That sounds tasty. I am drinking it's from Harney and Sons, Paris. It's a flavored black tea. And it has, I'm going to read the thing. It says, similar to the aroma, this tea tastes sweet like caramel and has a fruity flavor of black currants. You can also taste a hint of vanilla. I actually discovered this tea when we were in college, and this is like the same, it's the same type I would drink in college, and I found it again, I don't know how long ago, and I just opened it tonight. So it's kind of like a blast from the past.
Oh,
love it.
So,
nice.
Very
tasty. I like the
with
Harney
some
and
honey.
Sons stuff.
Yeah, delicious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like that's a black tea I would actually enjoy, personally.
Probably.
You probably
There's
would.
a similar one in Wisteria that you've had.
Ooh, okay.
It's I couldn't place which one, but one of them.
Yeah, I know. There's also like another one there at that tea room that is like has like a mango in Paris or something like that. And it's a black tea, but it's like with fruity flavors, and it was nice.
Yeah. I think I know which one you're talking about.
And like I know like with like teas, they actually have to be like the water has to be at a certain temperature for different teas. And I think like that's why I messed mine up last week because I just boiled my water and just poured it in. Like that was probably wrong.
Yeah, this can has like a specific temperature. It's like 215 degrees. And then I'm like, I just have a button that says 200 degrees and a boil button. So we're just going to go for boil. You know, that'll work.
Yeah.
So what's everyone's cats up to right
now? Oh, that's a great question. Leo was just in here yelling at me before we started recording, and now I don't know where he is. Who knows? Attention? Probably.
Probably.
Because he's a cat.
Yeah, because he's a cat. He has food and everything. I don't know what he wanted. Probably just wanted to be pet. Who knows?
Probably.
And I
What a
think
ham.
Terry's on the porch, as per usual.
They have their own little routines, don't they?
They do. What about you, Allie? Where are your cats?
Honestly, because it's evening, at this point, they're doing the same they were doing last week. They're all napping in their various locations. So
Mhm.
I know Ollie was passed out on the couch, and Grizzly's probably actually getting food. Guessing this one because it's what time is it? 7. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's usually his food time. He goes to the bathroom at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then later on he gets his food. Why I know that specific amount or whatever detail about him, I don't know.
Well, that's
Probably
like
what's
with
happening.
Bella. It's like 10 o'clock on the dot. She comes out from her napping place to the living room and like walks around, meows, like tries to, gets attention. Like that's how like we don't even need a clock. That's how we know it's 10 o'clock because that she comes out.
Oh.
She is your clock.
She is the clock.
But yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, that's what they're up to. I know Frank is also sleeping. Last I saw, so
Mm.
they're just being bums yet again.
What bums?
So yeah,
Yeah, Bella she's exactly in the same spot she was last week on the guest bed. It's her spot, and she honestly, if I was in another room though, she probably would have followed me. So
No.
she's sleeping, and then Danny's on the brand new computer chair that Alex had built, and because he loves new furniture, so
He
that's where
does.
yeah.
anything new that comes into the house that is
anything he
printed.
can claim.
Yep.
Yes,
He is the king of claiming.
he
Yeah,
is a king of claiming
he is.
and spot
Surprised it's
thievery.
not back at work yet. Because
So yeah, it was supposed to be a work chair, but then Alex realized how comfy it was and decided that maybe he wants to keep it here for gaming.
oh, okay.
Because it
That's fair.
actually is a gaming chair, so
Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah. And I like it too. It rolls around.
With what he does, you don't really get a chance to sit a lot. So
Yeah,
no.
that's true.
It's very true. So yeah,
Yeah.
Danny has claimed a new throne.
Yes.
He kind of fits in it, right? You
Of
sent me
gaming.
pictures.
Oh yeah, he fits in it pretty good.
Okay, not like that
He's
box.
no, not like the box.
He was overflowing.
He was overflowing. Oh, my big kitty.
Even though cats are like liquid, he was overflowing.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Liquids can overflow.
So
They
yeah.
can.
I did say that weird, but yeah.
No, yeah, you're fine.
It works.
I wanted to
Okay,
tell you
thank you.
guys that Danny got a new bow tie.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Yep. It's light blue, and it has sushi rolls on it.
oh my goodness.
Sushi rolls.
He looks so dapper with his sushis.
He is.
Love
He
it.
goes through colors pretty frequently. I know he likes to groom them so they get gross.
Yeah, and also I tend to like the lighter colored ones because they
Mhm.
look better on him.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but they also get nasty faster.
That's true.
But like I've barely replaced Bella's, so I know it's because I pick darker color ones for her.
I think Danny also just grooms them a lot, so they get
It's
all of
true.
his fish juice mouth.
Get all fluffy.
Yeah.
That sounds so
True.
gross. Fish juice mouth.
Fish juice mouth.
Yep.
I was trying to put it in a not gross way, and it still came out in a gross way. So
It's just a little disturbing sounding. It's okay.
yeah,
My cats like their fish.
yeah. So do mine. We just got some new because Terry's on prescription food for his urinary tract stuff, and we've been giving him chicken flavored ones, but the vet came a couple of weeks ago, and we noticed that Terry just like wasn't interested in his food anymore, and just would steal Leo's non-prescription wet food. So we switched to a fish. I don't know if it's salmon. It's some kind of fish food. I don't know. It's stinky, but he gobbled it up today. So
Stinkier the better.
yeah,
Got more flavor that way.
yeah. We also add nutritional yeast to his food now because I guess
That's
that's
new.
really good for his coat, and also it's makes it tasty. I guess because the first time we did it, he was like, "Oh, shit."
I mean, nutritional yeast smells like chicken.
Yeah,
So,
Oh, does
at
it?
least the stuff
yeah,
I've
and
smelled smells kind of like chicken.
it kind of tastes like cheese too. Like it's obviously for
It
human
does.
consumption as well. So it kind of tastes like cheese, but it's dairy free, and he seemed to like that. Even though he won't eat
Nice.
like regular cheese.
Bella
Nope,
loves
he'll go
cheese.
for the yeast cheese.
Yeah. Leo, on the other hand, if you have cheese, he is a fiend. Cheese, butter.
They steal your
Gremlin.
cheese.
Yeah, he will.
The
He
cheese
like
thief.
we get these really spicy cheese sticks, and Leo will absolutely just take a bite. It's like habanero cheese, and I'm like, no, dude, like it's too spicy, but he doesn't care.
He just wants the cheese.
The cheese.
You gotta pay that cheese tax.
Really? Anytime
gosh.
there's cheese, it's the cheese tax for sure. Oh
Now
boy.
that's gonna be stuck in my head.
You're
That
welcome.
song.
The cheese tax.
You gotta pay the cheese tax every time you're cooking with the.
I love it.
But the other night I was eating a cheese stick on the couch. And thing is, like, you peel the cheese into strings. Well, my cats love playing with string, and this was also cheese. And so Bella was just like, her eyes were so big watching me like eat this cheese stick, and I felt so bad. So I gave her the teeniest, tiniest little piece, and then she like couldn't like lick it up because the string was too long, and it kept hitting her in the face.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
I know.
Poor Bella.
I had to help her.
She's so cute. It's two of her favorite things. How could she resist?
I know. I never, and like it took me this long to realize, like, oh, this makes sense.
Mhm.
Cheese and string cheese.
Yep,
Perfect combo
I
for
love
a
it.
cat.
It is. It's a very good combo.
Yes.
What are you guys reading?
Ooh, right now.
Yeah, right
Mhm.
now.
Right meow. I am reading. Okay, I stole Allison's account, and I'm currently reading Soul of the Octopus.
Mhm.
Don't tell them.
And then I started Phantasma by Kaylie Smith, and that one's for our local book club.
Yeah. How far are you?
I saw that and I
14%.
was like, that's gotta be the book club.
Oh yeah, because you probably saw both of us reading it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's suspicious. Not really, but
Well, because it's technically it literally says fantasy romance on the back, so therefore it's romantasy,
yeah.
and that's not Val's vibe.
Well, that's why I was thinking that. I was like, this is the opposite of what she's usually going for.
It's true. It hasn't been too romantic yet, but I'm only 15% in.
Oh, we're like
Yeah,
right
we're
there.
like
It's a
the
common.
same. Yeah.
There is a ton of horror undertones, though,
Yeah, there are.
so I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Thought about reading it.
We'll tell you how it is.
Actually, I just never.
Yeah.
Yeah, update me. Keep me updated.
Yeah. Are you reading anything else, Courtney?
Nope. That's
No?
it.
That's all right. Well, I'm also reading Phantasma by Kaylie Smith, and I'm also still reading Wind and Truth.
I wonder how many episodes it will be until you finally don't say it.
That's true.
That's funny.
Hopefully not too many. I'm 66%
You said by
through,
end of quarter
so-
one.
Yeah, by end of March, I will be done with the book for sure. You know, it
Believe
might
in you.
actually
I
be
think that's possible.
March. I think like 1 or 2 more episodes. You will have to listen to me saying I'm still reading this book.
Like, it's still happening. We're still going.
Yep, it's still here.
That'll be me soon.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very long book, and I keep having to pause it for like our local book club and then some other stuff I've been reading too. So like I haven't been reading it this entire time. I keep putting it down and then picking it back up, but I am determined to finish it soon.
I'm proud of you.
I believe in you.
Thanks.
You got this. All right,
Thanks.
Allison, what about you?
I'm reading 2 books right now. One of them is called The Things We Cannot Say by Kelly Rimmer. It's a historical fiction book about World War II,
Ooh.
and it like follows a woman who's trying to figure out a family mystery, and it talks about like Nazi Germany and different things. So I'm not super far in it right now. I literally just started, so I may be on the 3rd chapter. a couple days ago. But I decided to do a reread of one of my other books, and that got put to the side burner. And then I'm also reading Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson.
Nice.
Yeah. So this was at the suggestion of Val to read this one before reading Wind and Truth.
Yes.
So it's really good so far. I'm liking it a lot. So
That's
I'm
great.
about 18% through it. It's only 24 hours, so it's not super long for him.
Yeah.
And like we talked about before, I speed up his any book, so it automatically cuts like an hours off of it. So
Yeah.
but they're really
Yeah.
good so far. I'm enjoying them a lot.
Good.
So
I'm glad. I'm glad you're listening to Warbreaker before you hop into Wind and Truth, because I think it'll provide some context that would have been
Yeah.
missing otherwise.
Well, and it also says, because I remember you saying that, and then I looked at the description, and it's like these characters will play a role in some upcoming books. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to read it so they're not just like, who is this? Who is that? What's going on?
Right.
So,
See,
yeah.
now I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far.
None of the characters in Warbreaker are going to be in Trust of the Emerald Sea.
I know, but I'm just curious. I like seeing like what number in the series it is.
It's not part of the series.
Not.
Then what the heck?
So it's in the same world. It's part of the
Yeah.
Cosmere.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's kind of like MCU, how there's like a bunch of different movies and they're all intertwined, but they don't necessarily all overlap.
I
But
see.
like, they're not all part of the same series, I guess, but they're all in the same universe.
Right.
It's
Interesting.
really good. So,
It is, yeah,
I mean, you want to join us on the dark side?
yeah.
Good option.
One day. In your
I mean-
dreams.
One day soon.
You're getting your toesies wet with Trust of the Emerald Sea, so
That's true.
Yes.
it's
The trees.
you're on your way. I think it's a good entry point to everything else.
Speaking of what we're currently reading, does anybody have a 5-star alert besides me?
I do not.
Do not?
I wanted your opinion on this. So, the Apple TV show Severance, they recently put out.
Yes.
So, in that show, one of the main character's brother-in-law is an author, and Apple TV released the first like 8 chapters of the book that they wrote for the TV series. Does that count?
The fiction, I guess, like the fictional book.
Yeah, the book that's in universe, the book that the main character was reading at one point.
I feel like the
Well,
answer
I
is
mean-
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a book, even though it's like a fake. I mean, not all, but most books.
Yeah, it was a
Like-
book made for the fictional universe in Severance.
I think it counts.
Like it didn't exist in the real world until after it was mentioned in the TV series.
Correct. Yeah, it was mentioned in season 1 of the show, and season 2 just started a couple weeks ago, and they just released it with like I think it's episode 2 of season 2 that they released it. It was really fun. It was read. So they released a PDF, or not a PDF, but like an ebook version of it first, and then like a day later they released the audiobook version that was read by the actor that plays the person in the movie or in the show.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I was like reading the ebook, and then I saw someone mention the audiobook, and I was like, hold on, what? So yeah, I listened to that, and it's absolutely absurd, but in
What's it
like
called?
it's called The You Are.
Excellent.
Yeah. I forget the
Nice.
character's name. Yeah, by Dr. Ricken Lazlo Hale, PhD.
Is that the character name?
Yes, that's the character's name.
And I guess technically that'd be the
That's kinda
ghost writer name.
Right, yeah. So if that counts, then yes, I do have a 5-star alert.
I think it does. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a
It's
lot.
not technically a book because it's like literally 40 pages, like the ebook. It's very short,
Anything
but
can
also
be a book if you
it's true.
just believe.
Yeah, so it's
I too have a 5-star alert. It's
Do you?
to nobody's surprise, probably. Yeah. It's called a little known book called Onyx Storm.
Oh,
by
no
Rebecca
way.
Yarros. No, I know. It's
You know,
so shocking, isn't
You
it?
know, I would have
No.
won another $10.
Yeah. It came out on January 21st, and I have listened to it twice now. So
Wow.
it was very good. Excellent, one might say. It's very hard to even talk about it because I don't want to give away any spoilers. But it's a good continuation of the story. And the ending of it, let's just say, I'm very mad that the next one doesn't come out for who knows how long. I don't know when the next one comes out, but I
Probably like
really
a
wanted to
year.
throw my phone across the room. Yeah.
I was gonna ask, this isn't the end of the story, right? There's more.
No,
I think there's
it
supposed to be
better not
5
be.
books in total, from what
wow.
I've seen.
Very nice.
I hope.
But
I hope
it
that's
was
correct. But
excellent.
like, I think I
and
did see that.
I'm gonna say one thing that you guys will not understand: broccoli is life.
No,
Sure.
No other explanation.
curse you.
You will not know until you read it.
Rude.
You'll have
You're
to tell
welcome.
me later, Allie, because I don't know if I'm gonna read those books.
I can tell you because it's not a big thing, but broccoli is life.
Okay.
So
It will spoil everything for me,
it will.
and it's just pretty rude, to be honest.
Apologies.
You're welcome.
You can't know why broccoli's life.
No,
Will not.
so sad.
Wait,
So,
Bernie, didn't you go
excellent read.
to the book ball and you haven't started reading it yet?
I've been busy, bruh.
Okay.
That's not a good excuse. I've
And
read
a
it
lot of it's
twice.
because I've been trying. Okay, here, listen, hear me out. We already talked about how like I
Just
don't like
listen.
having 2 copies of books. And in this specific scenario, I have read Fourth Wing series in the physical books. So in theory, I absolutely
Mhm.
could have listened to it, the audiobooks, because I also have that copy, but it will not be the same for me. So like I need to get through all these book club books, and I've been trying really hard. And for whatever reason, me doing physical books in the last month has been like awful. So, like literally, as soon as I finish Phantasma, I'm like 74% of the way through the original book club book we started. Like I was reading when we started this podcast, and then I'm gonna read Onyx Storm.
Ah, okay.
And like that's another thing. I have to finish book.
You have access to it, to the audio. I didn't
Well,
think
no,
about
like
that.
I do, and
Both
I
of you
also have a
do.
copy on Libro too.
Makes sense.
Yes,
That tracks.
Yeah, you said you got it for free at the event.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very nice.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's my
that's
5-star
my
alert.
plan.
And I like your plan. You got to speed it up. This is good.
so I can get with the program.
On.
So you can join Allison in her torment of the next book not coming for who knows how long.
You know,
Yeah.
here's another thing. I'm like, this book will be there for me when I'm ready to read it.
That's very true.
But also,
Trash
like,
idea.
I do.
No, I'm kidding.
No, like, I am starting to see the spoilers pop up though. So, like, I really do need to get on this, like, on the internet.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that was a big reason for starting it right away because I know for a fact that they're gonna be everywhere. So
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
that makes sense. I know in the Brandon Sanderson community, it's been like kind of universally like 6-week spoiler meme ban. Like all of the creators have just kind of like come together and come to an agreement like 6 weeks, no mentions of any spoilers at all.
Yeah,
Which I really like. That 6 weeks has ended for sure, but
right.
I think that that kind of gives people enough time to catch up, read it at their own pace, and not worry about spoilers.
But with like an adequate amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
They
I
done
think that's
that
fair.
with
That's really good.
Yeah.
on this Facebook group I am in, the Zelda one, for when Tears of the Kingdom came out. That's part of their policy too. Is like whenever a new game comes out, it's a 3-month ban on spoilers. That way
wow.
people
3
have enough
months is
time to
long.
play. Well, yeah, enough time to play through the game
True.
because it's a long game.
Yeah, Zelda games do tend to be pretty long.
But like I agree, like I like that. That it's just like we all have come to an understanding.
Yeah.
Let's be fair.
Also, it says the next book, just to bring it back around, it might not debut until 2026 or even 2027.
What? Oh,
So
I
we
got
might
plenty
have a
of
while.
time.
You got plenty of time. You're good. You don't need to rush.
But you still need to find out why broccoli is life, so therefore you must read it. Oh.
Fine.
There you go. So, what is our topic of the week?
Topic of the week.
Woo!
So this week we're talking about our most anticipated books of 2025.
And there's so
Yes.
many that we're all so excited for.
There are. I'm honestly surprised there weren't overlaps in our list, but I think that just kind of shows that there were so many books that we were all excited about.
Oh, were there?
There
I didn't even know
actually
that.
are overlaps in our list.
Are
Actually,
Not
wait,
officially.
yeah,
But I was told specifically from Courtney I could not claim a book because she found
Oh.
it first.
Well
That's
then.
right.
I was
I did.
informed.
but also
Oh.
I put down a
Then
book I
I
know that you
said,
picked that
yeah.
I end up choosing not to because I'm like, you know what? Allison can have this one if I can have the other book.
We had an agreement.
We did.
Okay.
There are some, a little bit of overlap, just not officially.
hmm And there were also a bunch of books that like I do have on my TBR that are coming out later, but I feel like that these ones that we're going to discuss, I'm like actually physically excited about. That it's like I wish it was Christmas already.
I'll be here soon. Wait, do
Soon.
you mean literally Christmas or just like book Christmas?
Both.
Okay. Yeah, we're only like
Okay.
what, 10 months away
Oh.
from Christmas?
We got 10 months, you know.
Yeah.
A
No big
student
deal.
asked me if Christmas was this weekend, and I told him no, we just had it. This is Valentine's Day.
No.
And I feel like I broke his heart. Oh,
No.
You did. You did
That's
break his
hilarious.
heart.
you know.
You did. But, Valentine's Day is
Did.
fun.
Yeah.
Right, Bella?
No?
Yeah. She's looking up.
Yeah.
She's looking at something on the wall. I hope it's something safe.
It's probably fine.
Ghost.
Okay, she went back to sleep. We're good.
Okay.
There's no ghosts.
False alarm.
Safe.
Okay, then whose book is first?
No creeping spirit.
My book is first. So mine actually already released a month ago on January 14th. It's called Interabled: True Stories About Love and Disability from Shane and Hannah Burcaw. So this is a collection of stories from their lives being an interabled couple, and they also brought in a handful of other interabled couples to share their stories as well. I actually just got a notification from the library today that my loan is ready, so I'm excited to start reading that.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And this is from that one guy you've read before, right?
Yeah, it is. I talked about them, I guess, last episode. His condition is progressive, so his now wife Hannah takes care of him as like his primary caregiver and all that, and she was the subject of the Everyone Thinks My Girlfriend Is My Nurse book. So
Yeah.
this is their next book. This is, I think, the first one that they've written together.
Cute.
Yeah, very cute.
I like it.
And it released on January 14th. It is
Available
in the past.
now.
Yeah, available now. Anywhere you buy books. Except don't buy it on Amazon because Amazon's bad.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Boom.
Boo.
Bookshop.org just got ebooks. Libro
Yeah.
FM.
Have you tried them out yet?
I haven't, no. I'm going to next time I need a book that's not available at the library.
Excellent.
Yes.
You'll have to let us know how it is.
Yeah, I will. I know that they're
Yes.
pretty limited right now. You can only read through their app on the phone or like on desktop. Like I can't add it to my Kobo e-reader or anything, but I know that, well, the CEO of Kobo and the CEO of bookshop.org have said publicly, we're working on it. So they're working on it.
They're getting there.
Yeah. Next book.
So,
Next book.
my book is next. It's called Deep End, and it's by Ali Hazelwood. Woo-hoo. I actually didn't know this one was out. It came out February 4th, so just like 10 days ago or something like that. Not even,
bit less.
just a few days ago.
Yeah.
So it's her next book, and it's another of her romance books. It's called, I already said it's called Deep End. It's about The Deep End by Ali Hazelwood is a perfect fit for readers who crave a lighthearted, humorous, and emotional college romance with a sports twist. And shockingly, the sport is swimming. With a name like Deep End. Who
Whoa,
would've
no
guessed?
way.
No way.
I know, it's amazing.
I like it though.
And I like it. And it features a strong and sassy heroine, a charming and disciplined hero, and a slow burn relationship that will leave you breathless and rooting for the underdog. All the cheesy, blurbs that they do.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this book. It seems very cute. It's along the same lines of her other ones, you know, the cute. Usually there's a theme for her books, so most of them have been like science, and then there was one that was more young adult, and it was like chess themed. So this one's kind of a step out into like sports. She also has like I think it's considered, it's not a monster romance, it's like a werewolf, one of those. It's called Bride. But I am looking forward to this one.
I saw someone post about the Bride literally today. I think it might have
Lucy did.
Yeah, okay. It was Lucy.
She started reading it today.
Okay.
Read it yet, but I will eventually. Yeah. Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. Now out in stores.
I love it. My book is next. It's called When the Bones Sing by Ginny Sain Maehrer. I've mentioned her before in episode 1. So this will be her 4th book. It's a young adult romance, speculative fiction, kind of like thriller-y. It's a new Southern Gothic supernatural thriller about a teen girl in a small Ozark town who can hear the bones of the dead.
Bones?
Bones.
Dang.
Let me
sounds
read
really
a blurb.
cool.
Yeah, read the little blurb.
The past 3 years have been tough for Lucifer's Creek, Arkansas, a small town quietly tucked away in the Ozark Mountains. More than 24 people have disappeared on the local hiking trails. There one moment, gone the next, not a trace left behind until their buried bodies are discovered. 17-year-old Dovey doesn't believe in magic, even though she comes from a long line of women who can hear the bones of the dead sing. And for the past few years, the bones have been crooning nonstop, calling out to Dovey to dig them up. Some of the old-timers believe that it's the monstrous Ozark Howler, snatching people off the Ox Ark Trail. Well, Dovey doesn't believe in the Howler, and she doesn't believe her best friend Lo when he tells her he is being haunted by dark shadows. All she believes in is her talent that guides the local sheriff to the bones when they begin their song, then reuniting the dead with their families to give them some peace. Lo doesn't know peace, though. The shadows follow him everywhere. He soon learns they're the murdered hikers and they want answers. But the truth of their deaths isn't buried with their bones. It's hidden somewhere deep in the hills, and Lo and Dovey must unearth it before anyone else is killed.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow, this sounds good. What I like about her...
I might need to read that one.
Yeah, same.
What I like about Ginny's books is that one of the themes that she always has within them is that it takes place somewhere near a body of water. And I believe it's like a river or creek is what this one is kind of... Yeah, Lucifer's Creek is called Lucifer's Creek. So they all kind of have that little interconnecting theme there.
Interesting.
I've been waiting for this one since I found out about it last summer. So it's finally here. It will be released March 4th.
Nice, that's so soon.
That's so soon.
It is so soon.
Are you going to read it or listen to it?
Read it, because I have the other 3 on my shelf.
Nice.
So,
very nice.
I don't know if I'm going to... I guess it depends, because I'll have to see if I don't think she legally has the copies when we go to the reading festival. She'll be coming to do a talk at our local bookstore anyway, in April. So I'll have a signed copy. And it'll go with my other signed copies, and I can't wait.
You'll have the full collection of just signed copies.
Yep.
Nice.
They're mine.
All yours.
Yep.
So the next book coming out is called Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, a little-known author, on March 18th. I am beyond excited for this book. It's part of the Hunger Games series. Wow. So it follows... follows Haymitch's story. So Haymitch, if you don't know, was the guide, the mentor, that's what you call it, the mentor for Katniss and Peeta. So it follows his quarter quell that he had to go through. And I'm just so hyped. And I love, there's like a quote they use here, like just to like get you interested, to hook you. And it says, "When you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for?" And I'm like, oh snap.
Oh snap.
Oh,
good.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it is. Because she's done another prequel, right?
Yes.
I forget what it's called.
But that was Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like the first Hunger Games.
Yeah, that was the first Hunger Game. Well, no, it technically wasn't the first. It's when they started making it more like entertainment, you know? So they're trying to get the audience more involved, and they're like televising it more and making it fancier and more horrible, you know?
Yeah.
So it follows It follows Snow. This one is the 15th annual Hunger Games. So now, because it's the 15th, it's one of the first quarter quells.
You mean 50th? Oh no, or 25th.
50th, not 15th. Sorry, 50th. 50. I can't read. But so it follows the quarter quell, and twice as many tributes will be taken. So there's going to be 4 from each district instead of just the 2.
Oh, interesting.
So excited.
Is this technically YA still, or has she graduated her writing style?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay, because I know the
There's not
original
really
series was
looking on
YA.
Storygraph, and I don't know.
That's okay. I was just curious
Doesn't
because
say.
I know initially she wrote it to be YA, but I wasn't sure if she is maturing the series as her readers mature.
Okay, here's a little thing. It says
I know what you
Sunrise
mean.
on the Reaping is a YA prequel.
Okay.
So, but honestly, I mean, I feel like Hunger Games, yes, it's YA. I think any high schooler and all that should read it for sure, but I feel like all of her themes are very fitting for adult audiences and stuff, because there's just so much that you can pull apart in it. It's so good. So,
definitely.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one again. That comes out on March 18th, so not that long of a wait. And that's perfect for my spring break. That would be my spring break.
Yeah.
So
Break
Dive right
reading.
in.
Get it done in 2
Go.
days. Like how we used to when we were kids. I would read an entire series
still
in
do
my spring break.
And that's why you become a teacher. You might not get paid in the summertime, but you get to read all you want. So
That's true.
That is,
there you go.
has its perks.
There you go.
Yeah.
What is next? Ah, yes, the book that I was not allowed to pick. Proceed.
Yeah, so the next book that we're anticipating this year is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. We brought her up last episode for One Dark Window, and Allie and I both loved it. So good. And this is going to be a brand new series because it's labeled on Storygraph as the Stonewater Kingdom #1. So there's definitely going to be a #2.
Interesting.
All right, here's the
So
blurb.
excited.
Sybil Delling has spent 9 years dreaming of having no dreams at all, like the other foundling girls who traded a decade of service for a home in the great cathedral. Sybil is a diviner. In her dreams, she receives visions from 6 unearthly figures known as omens. From them, she can predict terrible things before they occur, and lords and common folk alike travel across the kingdom of Tarum's windswept moors to learn their futures by her dreams. Just as she and her sister diviners near the end of their service, a mysterious knight arrives at the cathedral. Rude, heretical, and devilishly handsome, the knight Roderick has no respect for Sybil's visions. But when Sybil's fellow diviners begin to vanish one by one, she has no choice but to seek his help in finding them. For the world outside the cathedral's cloister is wrought with peril. Only the gods have the answer she is seeking, and as much as she'd rather avoid Roderick's dark eyes and sharp tongue, only a heretic can defeat a god. It sounds so good.
That does sound good.
I love it. And I haven't
I know, I can't wait.
I haven't even read it.
Oh, and this one
think
comes
she's honestly
out
up there.
of one of your favorite authors.
Yeah.
Well, because
yeah,
her writing was just so beautiful. That's what I really like about it.
Mhm.
And there was so much poetry in her first 2 books, just within the novel. And I did the audiobook, so I don't know how it's physically formatted, but I feel like the majority of it is written like a poem and is gorgeous.
It is. It's actually at the beginning of each chapter there's a card, because you know how it's magic, the card magic, whatever. And the poem is written on the card.
Oh, that's
It's really
fun.
cool.
And this one releases May 20th.
Nice. Who was that author
Everything
again?
is so soon.
Rachel Gillig.
Okay. The next book is The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. So this is the same author that wrote The Spell Shop that we talked about a couple episodes ago, and it's promised to be similarly cozy, which I'm excited about. I think it is technically fantasy and romance, but it's a cozy romance.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a spicy romance. I picked out a little bit of the blurb. The enchanted greenhouse is nestled on a faraway island brimming with singing flowers, honey cakes, and honey love. So I'm
Cute.
excited. Yeah, it's gonna be very cute. And
Sounds
like we talked
adorable.
about last time, the cover is stunning. So
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
excited. And that comes out July 15th.
Yeah, I saw on social media that the arcs went out for that, like
Oh,
just
really?
recently. Yeah, and they look
Nice.
stunning.
Yeah. Yeah, the cover for it looks stunning, and on Storygraph it mentioned that the physical book's going to have sprayed edges.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Love a good sprayed edge.
yeah. So I'm interested to see what it's gonna look like.
it's like a thing.
Yeah, sprayed edges
is.
are
They're so
all the
pretty.
rage right now.
I love 'em.
100%.
Yeah.
Next book. Accomplice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Maehrer. It comes out on August 5th. So, we got a little ways. There's not really a blurb about it, but it is the third book in a series called Apprentice to the Villain. And she came up with that. It was actually really interesting. On TikTok, she would put these little, like, skits out of, like, the grumpy villain and the office assistant, who's, like, the happy, peppy whatever, and their like interactions, and it turned into a book, a full series. So, and that's how
love
I
that.
discovered it, was seeing her. Yeah, was
The
I
lore
saw
just
her
became
like
so
clips,
good.
and I'm like, this is hilarious. So like I followed her, and then she was like, I'm doing a book with this, and I'm like, oh snap, another one, another good book. So another one. So I do have the blurb about Assistant, because again, they don't have one out yet for the third one, and I just love her writing.
Yeah, it might be too
Says
early.
Assistant wanted. Notorious high-ranking villain seeks loyal, level-headed assistant for unspecified office duties, supporting staff for random mayhem, terror, and other dark things in general. Discretion is a must. Excellent benefits. So it's literally like an evil villain type deal mixed with The Office humor and everything. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's
great.
so accurate.
And I'll read a little bit more. It says, so when a mishap with Renadon's most infamous villain results in a job offer, naturally she says yes. No job is perfect, of course, but even less so when you develop a teeny crush on your terrifying, temperamental, and undeniably hot boss. But just when she's getting used to severed heads suspended from the ceiling and the odd squish of an errant eyeball beneath her heel, Evie suspects this dungeon has a huge rat. Not just the literal kind. As something rotten is growing in the kingdom of Renadon, and someone wants to take the villain and his entire nefarious empire out. Now Evie must not only resist drooling over her boss, but also figure out exactly who is sabotaging his work, and ensure he makes them pay. After all, a good job is hard to find. That's the blurb for the first book, and just that alone was like, I need to read this. And they have a frog that holds up little signs with like messages on it. He wears a crown, Kingsley. And it's just a great story. It's a fun read. It's so fun. So
I love
love
it.
highly recommend. And again,
It
that's
is,
Accomplice to the
yeah.
Villain.
Kingsley, I think, is my favorite character.
And Becky. Becky has my heart.
Yeah, no, the book is just so
It is.
funny.
It is.
Oh, Becky is such a vibe.
So high quality.
It is.
I know. I can't
Yeah.
wait for that one too.
Yeah, me too. I think this is one of the few series that we're
Yes.
all actively reading.
Yeah.
Like all three of us have read.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, is there actually is a
Both of you have
book out there
joined
that
me.
all three of us have read? Like some like in this current time era.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. Like I said,
Great.
Kingsley's my favorite. I like his little signs. I don't know how he learned how
There's
to
a
write,
reason.
but I love
I
it.
just can't say it without oh, okay.
As a frog,
Gotcha.
you mean?
Yes.
Yep. As a frog.
Yeah. No, like as a
Frogs
frog,
have
how he
thumbs.
learned how to
Does
write.
that work? Do we finger paint?
Fair.
It's true. We could fingerprint. It's true.
Do frogs have thumbs?
I don't think
Frogs
they
do not have opposable
How does he
thumbs.
do
I don't
this?
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Maybe in this universe they do.
Oh, wait. Tree
Aw, snap.
frogs
I
do
keep saying
have
aw, snap
opposable
because
thumbs.
it's so-
Oh, I don't think it's a tree
I
frog though.
picture him like a toad.
No, he's like a toad.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's slimy.
I love how we're just trying to like philosophize like this character and try to make his existence make sense.
Yeah, not everything has to make sense.
It's great.
Yeah, no, I love
August 5th. That's when
Yeah.
it
I love
comes
that
out.
series.
So.
Yeah. That's so
Yeah, it's
soon.
got a few months.
Kind of.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's not a year or two from here, so
It's like 6 months
yeah,
away.
that is true.
It's closer than Christmas.
Unless
It is
Yeah.
closer
you're
than
the
Christmas.
5-year-old
Christmas
that
will
crushed
come
his hopes and
early.
dreams.
Oh, no.
Rip.
Right. So next book is yet again another nonfiction. It's called Semi Well Adjusted Despite Literally Everything from Alison Stoner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she is a former child actor, Disney Channel star, all of that. And she did a lot of like movies and TV. She was in like Cheaper by the Dozen and the Step Up movies and
Interrupt.
Phineas and
Is this the
Ferb.
brunette? Has brown hair and Cheaper by the Dozen? She's like the tomboy. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes. And she was on Mike's Super Short
Gotcha.
Show.
Okay.
Yep.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking about that show the other day.
Yeah, and it says, hold on, let me pull it up. The blurb says, actor dancer Alison Stoner's revelatory and incisive memoir from family violence and betrayal to eating disorders and religious trauma may begin in Hollywood, but its chilling relatability will resonate with anyone navigating identity, privacy, purpose, and mental health in a digital age.
That does.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's going to be similar along the lines of I'm glad my mother died.
Oh, by Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah, by Jeanette McCurdy.
Did you read that one?
I did.
Because like I keep seeing it, and I'm
Same.
like, I'm curious to know what's in it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was I'm glad my mom died by Jeanette McCurdy. So I think that's going to be along the same lines.
Okay. That sounds good.
Right.
So, and I follow Alison Stoner on social media, and she's been promoting it a lot. Obviously, it comes out August 12th, which I'm excited about. I think that's around her birthday, actually.
Nice.
Cute.
Yeah,
That'd be nice
yeah. It
present.
comes out on August, or her birthday is August 11th, and the book's coming out on August 12th. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, I have her like Google page open because I was
Where
like,
is she
what was
from?
she in again? Because I knew she was
yeah.
in a lot, but like, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited. I like memoirs from like not famous people, but like specifically in media.
Like media figures or
Yeah, like media figures. Like I read the
media
Matthew Perry
personalities?
one and the Jeanette McCurdy one. So there's a lot of that genre of memoir is interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to read Alison
interesting.
Stoner's.
Nice. Well, it looks like August is a big month for books this year because I also have one that's coming out in August that I'm looking forward to. It's called The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. So this one's a horror and thriller. She has written 2 other books that are in the same genre. One of them we read for book club locally. That one was Vampires of El Norte. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I loved that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I think her name is Isabel Cañas.
Isabel
Says
Cañas with a
is
little
the tilde. Yeah.
yeah, The Possession of Alba Diaz by Isabel Cañas. Yeah. And so, because her books, they tend to be set in like a historical, like Mexico, and it's
Mhm.
really interesting, especially the vampire one was set during the Mexican American War on the Mexican side. So there's a lot of perspective from the Mexicans about like the white people that like I don't ever get. I thought that was
Mhm.
really interesting. Plus, there were vampires. And so, and then the first one was called The Hacienda, and I think there was a ghost haunting the hacienda. And this one, there's a demonic presence in a silver mine. It seizes a young woman, and a man has to like help her.
It sounds really good.
Okay.
I'm reading a little
Interesting.
blurb about it.
Right?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
Do you
sure.
want me to read the blurb aloud?
Yeah.
Okay. In 1765, plague sweeps through Zacatecas. Alba flees with her wealthy merchant parents and fiancé, Carlos, to his family's isolated mine for refuge. But safety proves fleeting as other dangers soon bare their teeth. Alba begins suffering from strange hallucinations, sleepwalking and violent convulsions. She senses something cold lurking beneath her skin, something angry, something wrong. Elias, haunted by a troubled past, came to the New World to make his fortune and escape his family's legacy of greed. Alba, his cousin's betrothed, is none of his business, which is, of course, why he can't help but notice her every single time she enters a room, or the growing tension between them, and why he notices her deteriorate when the demon's thirst for blood grows stronger. In the fight for her life, Alba and Elias become entangled with the occult, the church, and long-kept secrets in one another, not knowing that one of these things will spell their doom.
Ooh, creepy.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it because since the vampire one was so good, I had the Hacienda one on my TBR,
Mhm.
and what I like about her writing. Oh, hang on. What I love about her writing is that she has a doctorate in Near Eastern languages and civilizations, and her fiction is inspired by her research and her heritage. So she references a lot of historical texts while writing, and she writes it through like a historian's eye too. So it's actually like pretty immersive when you're reading her books, and that's what I really loved about it.
Yeah, I did like the Vampires of El Norte, and how she wrote it, and like all of the historical things that you mentioned. So like, I'm sure this one is going to be chock
When I
full
saw
of
you
them as
guys had
well.
read that,
Yeah, and this one
I
takes
was really
place.
interested too. Sorry for interrupting. When I saw you both read that was for your book club.
It's okay.
I was like, that looks really interesting. And now hearing this blurb is like, okay, well, clearly I need to read some of her work. So I went ahead and added both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Woo!
yeah, because I think her third book actually takes place 100 years before. I bet they're all part of the same universe, but it's still like historical Mexico.
Mhm.
It's really neat.
It could be in the same universe. It could just be like our real life universe. Oh no,
Right.
just kidding. Ignore me.
Well, yeah,
Vampires!
now after knowing how the last one was,
Yeah.
still,
I
yeah.
love it.
There's haunty things in her universe.
Hmm. For sure.
Very nice.
So yeah, that one
Nice
comes
to
out
read.
August 19th.
August 19th. Very nice.
August is a packed full month.
Wait, 1, 2, yeah. I guess.
Yeah, 3 books in August on our list.
Yep. That
Lot
was
going
not
on.
planned.
No. And our final book is called Bonds of Hercules, and that is by Jasmine Mass, and that comes out October 23rd. This is the second book to the series Blood of Hercules. That was just a fun read, and I added this one because I am interested to see like what goes on next. And again, since it's a follow-up, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Actually, I was gonna read this blurb, and it actually does spoil. So I'm not going to read it. But I will say it's a really good. It seems like it'll be a good follow up, and I don't know. I liked her writing. It was fun. It was dark, definitely dark. It's a little spicy. The girl, yeah. So I'm not gonna get too specific, like I said, just because I don't want to accidentally spoil some stuff. Because I read it and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's perfect to read, and now then I'm like, wait, never mind. Can't
Hold
do
on.
it. Maybe not. So, I'll read this little. It says, "Things are not well. Everybody better beware of me." Ooh.
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 How
I'm looking forward
spooky,
to
but it's
that.
like not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really not. But it is. It's a dark read. I liked it a lot. I liked the first one a lot, and so this one's
And it's
like,
coming out in October, so that's like perfect for Halloween.
yeah, October
Spooky
23rd.
season.
So I'm excited. Yeah, that was a quick one, but it's good. Seems good.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. We have a great list of books.
those are some
Yeah,
really good.
we have a
good
really
books
good
coming up.
TBRs.
Yeah, I'm excited. I did add more books than I removed from my TBR so far, but one day.
Same. Mine
Happened.
just keeps growing.
I know.
Honestly, I don't really good TBR, so I've just been slowly adding every time we talk about them. So there has been no taking away. So, you know.
I know,
Yeah,
I was trying
same.
so hard to work through mine.
Yeah, I'm at
There.
82 books now on my TBR.
I'm at 79.
Nice. I was
had-
at 79 before we started this recording. So,
26.
just added a couple more. How many?
26.
Oh, okay.
That's it?
That's it. Well, part of it is because I'm not always good at like planning what I'm gonna read unless it's like a series or something. Usually I just find it and I'm like, oh, that's nice. And I just read it. I don't really put it on a list. So most of these have been added since our first episode. So,
Solid.
I'm trying to be a little more organized with my TBR and everything. Wow, I gotta get up in the numbers like y'all are.
Slacking.
Yeah.
My TBR is technically filled for the whole year because if I were to read them all. And there's a couple on there that eventually I will just decide to take off because I realize I'm not really that interested in it since it's been on there for so long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
But that's only a very few that happens to.
Yeah, I think I might remove some of the sequels that I have on my TBR until I read the first one.
Smart.
Because one of the books has 9 books, and I haven't even read the first one yet. So
Yeah. You gotta see if you like the first one.
yeah, exactly.
I'll put the first book down, and then if I read it, I'll put the second book in there, and then
Yeah,
so on and
exactly.
so on.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So my TBR might actually be going down.
The problem is some of these are series, so as soon as I read one book, it just gets replaced by another.
Yeah. A never-ending cycle, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
Rip.
We'll be fine. We'll eventually
Good,
get
it's
to
okay.
all of it. Yeah.
So I think that wraps up our topic of the week, but we do have
I
an
think
announcement.
so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We do have an announcement.
Yeah.
So if you saw on our social media, we are doing a book club. And that will be on March 21st when that episode airs. We're going to be reading Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. You've heard us talk about it a little bit on our episodes. So when we get to March 21st, there will be spoilers as we discuss the story. And if you want to give us questions or anything you want us to talk about, you can comment on our social media pages. And I think it'll be really cool. I'm actually going to be part of this book club, which I'm terrible at doing. So.
Yeah, we have a book club page on the app book clubs that you're more than welcome to join. We have a message board on there and you can submit any comments, any outrages, any observations you get from the book, and maybe we'll read some of them on our podcast.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm excited. It is my pick, so obviously I'm excited about it. But I hope you guys both enjoy it because neither of you have read it yet, right?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I bought it.
I'm
It's there.
excited. Yeah.
Same.
It's a standalone series, or not series, standalone book in the world of Brandon Sanderson. I think it is a Cosmere book, meaning that it's part of the overarching universe, but it as far as I know, there is no other ties to it directly yet.
Oh. Yet.
Yeah.
I feel like he has a
As far
lot
as
of
I
those
know.
like
I might be
outliers.
wrong. Yes, he does. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. You
Yeah.
guys should join us.
Yeah, join us. Join us for book club.
One of us.
Especially if you don't have one by your hometown and you've always wanted to join one, or maybe you're super lazy to read a book and just want to hear us talk about it. That's cool too.
Yeah.
Do it for the podcast.
No judgment.
Do it for the pod.
Do it for the pod. All right.
That's
Alrighty,
our
guys.
announcements. Thanks for joining
Woohoo.
us.
And I think that's
this was
our
really
show.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great episode. I hope you guys are excited about some of the books that we're excited about. What books are you excited for Tell us in the comments on social media or on Spotify. Give us a rating if you haven't yet on Spotify and Apple Podcast, and check us out on YouTube. We do also have a website now. Woohoo! It's bookcatpod.com. So we'll be continuing to add to it. But on the website is a link to the book club page that Courtney was talking about. So all the information you guys might need is going to be on our website.
Very nice.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Next time.
See ya.
And keep reading.
Bye.
Yeah, keep reading. Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Books I Read with My Cat. You can find us on social media at BookCatPod. And if you have any ideas or feedback, feel free to give us an email at bookcatpod@gmail.com. Happy reading!